Okay. Huh. Alright, that makes sense. Hmm. Why is this not working? Oh my god, let me check. Check the phone. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Why is this not working? Oh my god, let me check. Check the phone. Okay. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I'll make a post. Hello. I'm like, what's it called? Me trying to set this up. Cause I have no idea how to. I'm like a. 1 second. I'm like a YouTube streaming novice. No idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure the volume's right on the video. 1 second. I'm like, what's it called? Me trying to set. I have no idea how to. Okay, 1 second. Let me see. You're gonna have to check the volume on that. Alright, that was kind of low key. Let me turn up the desktop audio, maybe. Hmm. Sorry, people, whoever's in the chat. It works. No, I think my audio is fine. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can hear like the YouTube videos the YouTube video when I play it. That's like the main thing. Cause I'm gonna watch over some like the radiant profiles. Well, I'll play this and then let me know if you can hear this volume fine. Yeah. So can you hear that guy's video fine? Or no? Can't hear it? Yeah. I think I messed up a setting. I also messed up a setting for my mic, but I'll fix that at a later date. Wait. Okay, yeah. Just select desktop sound. It should be select. I don't know why it's muted. 1 second. I think I did something to it. I did something to it. Let me see. OBS, desktop audio, disable, how to enable. Sorry for the delay. Also, low key, I wasn't even going to stream. I was lazy, but I was like, screw it. I didn't feel like I wanted to stick a nap. I'm not gonna cap. Yeah. But yeah, because I have like the desktop audio, but I don't know why it's not working. What the heck? Let me try this. No, it doesn't work either. All right, I'm just gonna add another thing to this. Add audio input source window or YouTube vid. No, add a output. Sorry for the delay. Don't hate. Audio output source. And then no, fuck. Hmm. Oh, I think I've okay. All right.
Hi guys, welcome to my deck profile. I finished top 32 at
Okay. Let me know if you can hear that. Hear that YouTube video. Which hopefully you should be able to. I think I fixed it. Works? Okay. Cool. 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 So, well, one second. Let me take my jacket off. All right. So for the video, or not video, but for this like stream, I just wanted to basically I was gonna make a video like going over like the Radiant Typhoon deck list that topped the like 300th YCSs, Dortmund and Guadalajara and Richmond. Not Guadalajara because I don't even think we have any of those deck profiles. But I was like, I don't know if it deserves a video, but I'll do it in like a live stream because I wanted to try to like stream more anyway. So here we go. So we'll watch this one first. This is Top 32 Dortmund by Henry H.
Hi guys, welcome to my deck profile. I finished top 32 at the YCS in Dortmund and I played Radiant Typhoon. For the standard monster lineup, I played triple Crossia, triple Eldon,
This is a way for me to like watch the videos, watch their profiles, but like not get super bored
triple
while doing it.
Swan, one Megala, one Vortex,
One Megala,
and
okay.
one Phoenix. Not
I mean,
much to expect.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. I see some. I mean, some. I know some people like multiple Megala. I know it's like a very contentious thing. I mean, I've already. I don't think. I think if I wanted to play more Megala, I would side. I would side more, but I don't even like. I think the card is like not consistent as a starter, and it's not great going second. But this is stuff I've already said.
Here, and then I played one Shield Bearer for extra consistency.
Normally, people don't play Shield Bearer and X-Trap, so I'm assuming he's not on X-Trap based on the Shield Bearer. Could be on both though. I've seen some people play both, but most.
For the spells, I played triple Chant, triple Vision, one Elation, and of course the 3 MST and the Mandate.
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, to be honest. I'm like impatient. Yeah, I mean that's standard.
As for the breakers, I played triple Droplet, which is just the best card right now.
I think most people's engine ratios are gonna be like
triple Fallen with the Virtues. It helps you dodging those cards like Imperm, Vela, and Ghost Mourner.
Audio is too high for me, dude. I could turn it down.
Also replace it itself, so really good in the grind game.
My bad.
And then we opted to only play 2 copies of Super Poly because 3 was kind of bricky in practice, and it's also not that great against certain rogue decks.
So the Droplet
as well as
Fallen Super Poly.
Then I played Cold Boy, which is just an unfair card.
2 more slots.
And 7 hand traps in the main, which are triple Ash. Like it's mandatory in the main deck. A lot of people were playing Perulia in the main deck. And you also want to draw hand traps during your opponent's turn with Vision, with Mandate, so getting that extra disruption trades really well.
The card in his hand.
The brick of the day, triple Fua.
The brick.
I just sometimes drew two copies of them with Vision, which was really frustrating and costed me a few games, but I feel like it's still necessary, otherwise you just get FDK'd by so many decks when you have to go second.
I do think Fua is necessary in the main deck, especially like now. I understand people don't want to play it because it's like they don't want to play bad cards to draw. I get that, and obviously like I've said before, the deck wants live cards when it goes first. I just feel like the card is too like good going second. Like my win rate when Fua resolves compared to like against a lot of matchups, compared to like all the other like non-engine cards, is just like the difference is just like insane. I think.
I played one Sheena in the main. She performed really well.
The one Sheena, okay.
She might go up to 2, but I was kind of afraid that she could brick.
1.5 actually.
Yeah, but whenever I had her going first, I just instantly won. So yeah, I played 40 cards. The extra deck is also fairly standard.
1 Shield Bearer.
2 of the Link 2.
Okay, so
1 win. The Goat all day just enabled so many OTKs. Like 1 minute before the time limit, you could just summon him, go for game. I would never cut this card. The Link 3 I played was Doom Eagle. I feel like it's just really solid against decks like Mitsu. And
although some people pronounce Doom Eagle like Star. I don't even know how to pronounce that, I'm not gonna lie.
Melos. So
if you pronounce it, if you say the card's name like that, then I don't know.
I played SP, which didn't really come up, but still a great card. I played 2 XP.
SP is a card that I will say I very, very rarely make. I think if you're in Super Poly, the card is more like you're gonna make it more often. But even then, like, yeah, most decks are playing poorly in the side deck. I feel like Ash side deck's more optimal. 1 second, actually, I can actually check. I actually have I think I have the data for that. I might have the data for that. Give me 1 second. I might have. I know I had the data down for some of the others. Like for example, in Richmond, I know 12 out of nobody main Joel, but 20 people sided it. Do I have Perulia data? I don't think I have Perulia data in the main deck. I mean, we can check that real quick. Actually, let me open. Well, we can check it for Richmond. For Dortmund, actually, let's check that. Actually, YGO Pro decks tournaments. We can check how many people were maining Perulia and siding Perulia. So for Richmond, oh my God. Okay, am I blind? Okay, so we'll do Richmond. So we'll see how many people are maining Perulia. So Kamal, he sided it, sided, mained, sided. Sided, but it means Malice, so mained, but it means Lunalight, so sided, mained, sided, mained, sided, sided, it means Malice, sided, mained, sided, mained one, so not really mained. Sided, mained, I would say. I mean, main 2, side 1, right? Sided, mained, sided, mained, sided, but it's Radiant. Sided, mained. So I think right now it feels like it's about like probably leaning towards slightly more people mained it or sided it. Sorry, slightly more people sided it. But I think my reasoning for playing Ash in the main deck wasn't just like Perulia. I generally felt like it was a solid card going second, but also like going first was one of the better cards to have, even ignoring Perulia. We can look at some Dortmund lists real quick. He sided it. He sided it. He sided it. He sided it. Yeah, in Dortmund it was more. Yeah, I mained. Okay, main. Okay. Mained. I mean that's the yummy deck though, right? So, sided, mained. I mean, Sky Striker didn't play IC, didn't play Fula or Perulia. Sided. Okay. Yeah, I'll say slightly more people sided it, but still a decent amount made it. But yeah, back to the video though.
Which is Totenberg. He was really good, and one Typhoon or something like once and still lost. So he's the surrender button as always.
Okay.
For Fallen Virtues, I played these two, which is also pretty standard. And the last 5 cards are Super Poly targets. One Mud Dragon, one Garura. Some people cut this card, which is crazy in my opinion, because there was so much malice and I summoned him so many times. So yeah, I think you get instantly punished when you cut him.
So, but would you really want to see Ash going first with 1 starter, or see 2 starters and allow Fua to resolve? What do you mean? I mean, it like depends, right? Because like if you're not playing Ash in the main deck, I don't think you're gonna play like 10 non-engine cards or like 11 non-engine cards, to be honest. I think you're probably going to play like a different non-engine card. I don't think Ash really taking the thought of a non-engine card like that, or an engine card like that. So I don't view it like that, though. I mean, for sure, it should definitely be in your 55 regardless. But, yeah.
The last 3 are for Draco Tail, but I only played 1 match of Draco Tail.
He's not. Oh, yeah, played Ilya.
All day. Which is crazy.
He said he only played 1 Draco Tail. Damn, that's crazy. Cause like this deck's main best matchup is like the mono Draco Tail deck, right? Well, it's not mono, but
they never really left my extra deck.
What do you think of the Radiant Yummy deck? I was actually gonna make a video on that deck today, but I'm not gonna cap. I stayed up really late. I woke up late. I was like, why didn't I wake up late? I woke up like 7 a.m. But I was like, I got a little lazy. But we'll talk about that once we look at Kamal's deck profile, because we're gonna look at that today too.
For the side deck, I played Triple Perulia, which is really good this format. Triple Lava Golem because I was afraid of Luna.
I do not like Lava Golem in the. I didn't talk about Lava Golem in like my last video. I do not like this card at all right now because the problem is you really mainly just want it against Lunalite. You don't really want it. I mean, against K9 Krishan maybe sure, but the main reason people are playing this card is because of Lunalite, right? Gradient Yummy Kamal played Got So Lucky I'm Salty. But yeah, so the main reason people are playing Lava Golem is because of Lunalite. But it's like, it has a couple issues. Number one, we're playing multiple cards in our side deck for one matchup that we only want if we go second. If we win the die roll, we don't care about Lava Golem. Because realistically speaking, your win rate going first should be super high against Lunalite. If you're, most of the time, generally speaking. So it's multiple cards for one, for like, you're probably going to play against like one Luna. Most people are going to play against 0 to 1 Lunalite max. I heard someone played against like 2 Lunalite. I think Hani played against like 2 Luna at the YCS, which is, I mean, like, that's unlucky. But generally speaking, most people are going to play against 0 to 1. So we're putting multiple cards in our side deck for a matchup we might not even play during the tournament. And we only want if we lose the die roll. And then also, Lava Golem, if you draw Lava Golem, you're not even guaranteed to beat Lunalite, which is crazy. Because even if you hit the Lava Golems, guess what? Baguska also SDKs Radiant Typhoon. Well, I don't want to say SDK, but it's really good against Radiant Typhoon. And then Hound stops some of the outs. Hound stops some of the outs as well. So I think Lava Golem is Giga Troll. Spear mode, I will say, is slightly better. Obviously can't out it, but that's not the biggest deal. Obviously with the Spear mode, I guess like the Dragoon Yummy deck, it gets a little bit more value. And people like, but it depends like when they use Gaze. But I don't think Lava Golem is very good. I will say a tip for Lava Golem though. If you play Lava Golem, which I don't think you should, but if you play it against Lunalite, you should not shotgun the Lava Golem. Because the issue, let's say you start your turn off, you go Lava Golem, right? And then you go like, let's say you don't open MST. You go effective quick play spell to add MST. The issue is that you don't guarantee, you need MST in graveyard to play because you already use your normal summon, unless you open like Crusade or something like that, right? So if your opponent sees that, they can just go like Hound negate, and then you can't get an MST in graveyard, so you can like start specialing your guys actually. Now obviously that's gonna be super hand dependent, but it's just something to keep in mind. Sometimes against Lunalite, you're not always gonna use Lava Golem at the start of the turn. But yeah.
Light and like Spell Canceller, Invader of Darkness, all those locks. In the end, I only summoned him once against Vanquish Soul, but he won me that match. So I guess it's good.
Do you think the Wind Kaiju would be a better option? No, I don't think the Wind Kaiju has high enough impact. To be honest, I don't think it does enough. I don't think it should be one body does enough.
Yeah. I think he might go down to 2 copies in the future. Then I played 1 extra Sheena on the side and Magnamut. The theory behind Magnamut is just it's good against Malice. It's good against Mitsu. It prevents the Invader of Darkness lock. So yeah, I really like this package. Then 2 Double Cyclone. Didn't really see the card all day. But,
yeah, Double Cyclone is the card that I did have. I mean, I talked about this in my last rating video. I like Double Cyclone. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's really good against Dragotail. However, like I said in my last video, it's mainly for Dragotail. And in some of the other matchups, it can be kind of weird, right? It can be kind of weird. So because the format's getting more diverse, I might want to like not play Double Cyclone, instead play another card. Which sucks because I really like the card against Dragotail, but the format's getting more diverse, so it's whatever. Yeah, I mean, low key, yeah. I mean, for real, I'd be down to not play Lava Golem and play like something else. Like card that you might play against like more matchups, I think that's like something you could do as well.
I felt like 3 might be too much. Then I'd play 2 Purge, make side decking really easy.
Oh, I love Purge. Also, Purge is like a stop against like the K9 Krishan deck because you can like hit the River Stormer and they can't get the Spell Canceller. I mean, obviously you need to be able to beat the rest of their board, and then some people play like side 3 or side 2 Spell Canceller. So if they hard draw it, or play like Foolish, then it's a bit unfortunate, but it'd be like that. Oh, 1 second. Gotta get my phone charger. Alright, but yeah. For sure, though, I'm not really a fan of Lava Golem, especially moving forward. But if you play against multiple, obviously you're gonna be sick. But I think it'd be like that.
I'm taking the first or second, just super solid cards against pretty much every deck. And then I played the best Floodgate right now, DeFi, and yeah, didn't draw it that many times this weekend, but best card.
Yeah. I mean, Dai-Fi is like in a weird spot where against Jigotel, I think it's very, very good, but against some of these other decks, I don't like. It's kind of mid. It's like decent against Yummy, but if more people are playing Radiant Yummy, they just have like infinite outs. Dai-Fi just isn't really good anyway. So I guess that version, in my opinion.
Yeah, my matchups were very, very diverse. I played a lot of mirrors. Then I played against Vanquish Soul, against Mitsu, against Melis, against Fire King, Magnet Warrior, Sky Striker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I said, only one Draco Tail, which is very unlikely, but
yeah, he said he only played against one Draco Tail. And I guess that's kind of the thing, right? Like before the YCS, we're like, okay, Draco Tail is going to be the most represented deck, and you're going to play against it a lot. Technically, Draco Tail was the most represented deck, but there's still a lot of like rogue decks, a lot of decks other people wanted to play. So it's like in a weird spot where it's like you want to build for the most represented deck, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I said this in the last video, but I think Radiant Typhoon is better in a format that's more like thin, if that makes sense. I used the wrong word there, but it's a smaller format to where you can accurately prepare for like the specific matchups when you're playing against so many other different decks. And it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Half these decks are combo or FTK decks. Will people drop Jigotel after these events? I don't think people are gonna drop it. I still think it's gonna be the most played deck, but it's not gonna be the most played deck by like a big margin. It's gonna be like very, very small in my opinion, I think. To be honest, so
yeah.
I'll still expect to play against it, but at least for like also for like the next 2 weeks too, because D-Mod just came out, Dark Magician of Destruction, I think people are gonna mess with that. Honestly, I don't think any deck with Dark Magician of Destruction is like insane. However, I think it's like has a high enough ceiling that people are gonna mess around with it regardless. So yeah.
And yeah, one Lunar Light, where luckily won the die roll and won that match.
Oh, one die roll versus Lunar Light. Let's go.
My losses were against Draco Tail, against Fire King, and one Mirror. So yeah. So I want to give shoutouts to my friends who were there with me, to Alex, who I built this deck with. We did a lot of theorizing, a lot of testing. To Adrian and Mohammed, who were there with me, and to the whole Comic Planet in Münster. So yeah, take care, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
We want Archmage and White Forest content. It's funny you say that, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Archmage is literally White Forest 2.0. Like, I'm not even trolling. They're both like combo decks. Both of their engines are kind of mid going second. Well, by mid I mean ass. But it's like an amalgamation like lore pile. That's just you like when you look at like the OCG like Archmage decks, it's like okay, we're playing the Doom Z power, all the different power patron stuff together. But like it FTKs you when it goes first. And by the way, those decks are for a combo deck. Those decks are really good in the Fua. Like, Archmage is a lot better in the Fua than I thought, because I've been messing around with it a bit. And obviously, White Force is pretty solid in the Fua, too, being instead of, like, the Diabells and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I don't think those decks are good for the game, I'm not going to lie. I don't think Archmage is, like, crazy, but I don't think it's healthy for the game. I'll say that. It's not a healthy deck. And then we have 10th place, Radiant Typhoon, 300th YCS. Dortmund, let's go.
Hey, guys.
Oh, that's too loud.
This is Ty. Just got 10th place at YCS Dortmund. This 300 YCS. Ty.
Oh yeah, when I say I don't think the DMod or the DMod whatever engine is going to be like top tier. Honestly, I don't. But it's like has a high enough ceiling. It's not terrible, and it has a high enough ceiling that people are going to mess around with it. So it is something I would expect to play against moving forward. Also, I've been watching some like Master Duel content. I saw some people playing it in Mitsu in the OCG, or not OCG, Master Duel, because you can do like a Reprodocus line to like go into it when you only open Mitsu cards, which is pretty cool. I mean, yeah.
What did you do?
I mean, Dark Magician Destruction is a broken card.
I feel surprised. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't really test at all. Because I picked up the deck at the first day.
Alright, well, I don't need to hear the backstory.
There's not really much spice at all, but for the main deck, we play 3
Albert. Yeah, the last list was pretty standard, though. I'm not gonna cap. Not much to say about that.
The best starter. Well, the best starter is not named Corsia, but it's fine. Free Sven. Yeah, more consistency. It gets you into Elder. So then I decided to play 1 Megala. Oh, shout out to Nico and shout out to Living.
Do you think it has a low ceiling? Well, when I say high ceiling, I mean it gives like it makes it the ceiling for like the decks you're splashing it in is like really high. So they just get like a free Dragoon on top of everything else they normally get, and that's like really hard to deal with.
Basically, giving me a lot of ideas for just like most of the deck list. I was more on this before. But in the end, we decided to cut them
down the
for
one McCullough.
like more non-engine stuff, more non-engine spaces. So this went down. It's good enough. There's not really much explain about it. And then one of the big guy. Just like also really standard, not really anything to explain about. The problem on this deck is it lacks some type of consistency. So
people love
shield
bearer.
Something, and then they didn't want to play pots, so I decided to play the shield bearer. And it was fine. It worked out.
Did you think about playing tanky, or did you just prefer shield barrier?
I thought about playing tanky, but the problem on tanky is like going in the mirror matches, like. Yeah. Or the non-engine monsters. I play Fushina. This is like one of the main reasons for playing this deck because it can see you a couple of games actually. Field to yeah. And then this is I regretted really playing this card in the main deck. 3 $2. I always drew 2 of it going first. I don't even know how I won this game. I drew like combinations of this going first. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. Like you cannot play. But I got kind of afraid of Beans with Yami. I was going around on Friday in the venue, and I wanted to have something in it for it, so they stopped playing immediately. So I thought like this was the best.
Did you face any Fiends with Yami?
One.
Did you win the dice roll?
I won the dice roll.
Perfect.
And going second, I resolved it, but you gave me 1 draw. And I break a monsters. And he had these plays, so I couldn't special summon any of my guys. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think you should play this card in the main deck at all. I think maybe actually would have been much better. I don't play actually in the main deck because like going first. Also with mandate, drawing with mandate, drawing this type of mandate is like really horrible. So you want to have cards that you can draw with it. With Sheena, for example, Sheena or Ash, something like that. So this is underwhelming. Then for the spell cards, 3 chance, 3 visions, 2 elation. Oh no, 2 ascendants. Sorry, 2 ascendants and I think 1 manifestation.
Oh, you played Foolish?
No.
Yeah, just like such as MC. So
okay.
For the lineup, like this is like kind of standard. This is also I want to boost the consistency for having like Crochet with MSCs and chain locking. So we decided to play one of these, and it was fine. Going second, I decided to open out one of these.
I really don't like opening. I don't like opening. I think the multiple ascendants and the manifestation. I think like going second. Obviously, those cards aren't terrible because they're like MSC, and sometimes MSC is like a card you want. But I think the issue is that they're not like consistently good cards to open. And then generally when you go second, like the Ascendance and Elation are only good if the rest of your hand's really good. And then also like they take the space of like other non-engine cards, so it's like kind of sus. If you don't open other non-engine, then it's like
Okay. Then obviously, Primus Express Typhoon.
Damn, MST in 2026.
MST in 2026. We are like that. Then for
Absolute cinema.
Then for the non-engine quick spells.
Absolute cinema, baby.
Play 3 droplets.
I'm happy because some people are like not playing droplet,
like,
or didn't think
really
3 droplets was good. So I'm happy at least people are playing 3
droplet. I didn't
droplet.
agree with, but I didn't have any time, so I
It sounds like obviously, but you know.
There's only 2 4 virtues.
Interesting.
Cannot really explain why to be honest. But you can loop them anyways with
mandates.
So it's fine to just have him do it. So you're just like seeing them.
I feel like I don't like that reasoning. He's like, I think a bunch of people be like, they only I don't know if I want to see. Well, I want to see a MST in my hand every time. I don't want to see multiple MST in my hand every time. That's my thing. Especially going first. I think those hands are terrible. But also, about the Fallen and Virtuous thing, I've seen a lot of people be like, their reasoning for playing 2 Fallen and Virtuous, which I'm not saying I necessarily hate playing 2 Fallen and Virtuous, but I think the reasoning for it is bad. Because people are like, oh, it's fine because you can loop it anyway. But it's like, I wasn't playing 3 Fallen because I think I needed 3 copies of it in my deck. I was playing 3 Fallen because I wanted to open the card. So I don't know about that, but I mean, there's obviously you draw cards aspects, so you'll see it, yada yada yada.
Opening hand, and there were cards which we wanted to play more.
Fair enough, and it worked out.
But if there are cards you want to play more, that's fine.
This is like one of the cards that we also added in for that we needed a space for. Cold Buy.
I think it's quite neat to be able to recycle your Cold Buy and activate it multiple turns.
I never drew it, but I did it.
Yeah.
I never drew it, but I did it. Yeah, also going second is because like insane against Famina, against Ashes.
Perulia.
Yeah, but going first also against Perulia, so belts, whatever. You name it, you can choose it. Then, 1 talents. This is, I think, the most interesting choice in this deck. But realistically, if you have talent, you're starting to play in the main phase still, because nobody plays on the main deck.
I mean, that's
you have talent for 2, which is like so fine.
Yeah.
You can draw 3 spells, you can draw the life cards, so 1 talent was really good. Also against Dragon Tag going second is also really good.
Also, some random data from the 300th YCS too. In top 32 of Richmond, every single player played both Perulia and Flawless. I mean, which is obviously it's not interesting. And only 1 person didn't play Ash. 8 out of 32 sided Mistaken Arrest. Most of those were Malice players though, so most of those are Malice players. Only 2 out of 32 out of Richmond sided Lava Golem, Kaijus, or Spear Mode. 12 out of 32 out of Richmond, the top 32 played Nibiru, but only 2 of them main decked it, so most people sided Nibiru, which I think Nibiru is going to be a bit more popular, probably not, at least in the side deck though. 20 out of 32 played Droll. Nobody main Droll, though. Out of the top 32 deck list of Richmond, 0 main Droll, but 20 people sided it, which makes sense. It's seen as a bad card against Dracotel, and Dracotel was expected to be the most represented deck. 14 out of 32 sided Retaliating Sea. And then 3 out of 32 played Super Poly. 2 on the side, 1 in the main deck. I mean, with more Yummy going around, Nib gets a bit better. Although it's weird against like the D-mod.
Taking away all the pressure from the hand, like for mana, they have to chain it, for example, or just like other cards. So tennis was pretty good for me. I would play it again this thing. And then for the last card, one set up. This one.
You Heart and Soul.
You Heart and Soul. This one. You never.
Yeah, I'm not a huge tax fan. If Malice starts seeing more play, do you think Lancey comes back to the side deck? If it started seeing more play, potentially, but I don't think it's gonna start seeing a ton more play. To be honest, I think Malice was a pretty decent call for the last event, but I think, for example, Nib is the card we're talking about, right? Like, some people were like, Nibiru's like pretty good against Malice, but like one of the reasons we play Malice is because Nib isn't expected to see that much play. What Nib, I think, is going to see more play because of like Yummy versions popping up, and I think because if Nib sees more play, that's not really great for Malice. And Malice at this moment feels like a niche deck in the sense that I don't think it's a deck that everyone would just immediately jump on. So I'm not quite sure Malice is going to see a ton more play, at least enough to play Lancia. Also, I think Lancia kind of has a similar problem to like the I think Lancia kind of has a similar problem to like Lava Golem, and that it's super specific. Obviously, you can play Lancia against like Lunalight and whatever, so it's not as like specific, but it's still I would be surprised if Lancia became the move. I'm not gonna cap. I would be surprised if that.
Goes very good. Yeah. 40 main deck because you are afraid of Britain.
Yeah.
40 extra deck.
Okay, extra deck.
Fitting.
Extra deck mostly like whatever.
And no Teamsmith cards. Great Fly. And
Great Fly,
you don't really need Dogma.
Tourbillon.
Yeah, you don't really need Dogma, so we decided to play 2 of this. This for first round because they probably will not play around because they never expected it. But
I think Mega Fleet is not that mad, but I mean, you have the space for it.
You have the space for why not?
Extra, so whatever, sure.
Actually, also for Dracotel and Red because it's
Alba Lanatus is a card that I had it for the first Iron Man tournament. I had it in my deck list for that for Radiant Typhoon, but I ended up cutting it just because in my matches the deck it never really came up. It only came up like once.
Actually, it's like proof fight body.
Makes sense.
So yeah, you have the space. We're not playing it.
And there's also no extravagance, so
yeah,
just okay.
Yeah, so.
Let's look at the side deck.
2 bodies through a couple times. Also for like Mermaid and Dracotel.
Ash Blossom, Purge,
because he has a dragon.
Magnuma,
So I have no out. Then this against Lava Golem basically. But
so yeah, again, a lot of people were afraid of Lunalight, which is fair. Although personally, I wouldn't have sided Lava Golem. I wouldn't have sided Lancia, but I think Lancia had more meaning than Lava Golem. Malice did really freaking well. Like, it was like, I think in like a video I showed, it was like 7 out of 32 for the top 32 of Richmond was Dracotel, and then 6 was Malice. But actually, one of those Dracotel was like a 60 card branded Dracotel, which was more like a branded deck. So really, Malice kind of had the same representation as Dracotel in top cut of Richmond, or top 32 of Richmond rather, which is like insane when you if you think about it. Because I thought Malice might see some play. I was more expecting that in Europe, not in A. But nah, Malice went crazy. There's another list I wanted to look at. I want to see if it's on here, yeah. I don't think he made a profile. This is Vince's list. Citing manifestation. I mean, he decided a ton of like manifestation in Mekawa. And then Performer Pal 5 Rainbow, which is I'm not the biggest fan of, but you know, it'd be like that. 41 cards I got now. But yeah, we saw this list and this list. Let's look at this guy's list. So he didn't actually top. Obviously, Philip Wyden. I can't pronounce his name. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm not even gonna try. Philip. He's a known player, European player. He didn't top. I still want to take a look at it, which I have not seen this list yet. So we'll see.
YouTube.
I've turned this down a little bit.
Channel. In today's video, I want to talk about what I played at YCS Dortmund and how I deal with the failure with not performing like as planned. But before we start into the video, I will shout out my sponsors first. First, Ice White Sleeves. I played them again for the YCS. 15 Swiss rounds. Sadly, no top cut this time, but like I didn't need a second package because like I had enough sleeves in there. And second, to young cards, if you need like accessoires from the OCG like playmat, deck boxes or sleeves, just hit them up. I will link them.
I hope they smite Malice down. Oh my god, please. It's not gonna happen, but
sorry for not posting earlier, but I had posted multi-man sickness again. Like, I was very ill the last day, a couple of days, so I just took my time off and will show you what I played, like, right now. I played Radiant Typhoon, like pure Radiant Typhoon, and in 15 rounds of Swiss, I had like 5 Draco Tail, 5 Malice, and 5 Lunalights. Sorry, no, I had 4 Malice and 1 R.
Wait, what?
Like 5 Draco Tail, 5 Malice, and 5 Lunalights.
Wait, what the fuck? Was that actually the decks he played against? If I play Radiant Typhoon, I kill against 4 Lunalight, it would be fucking sick.
Sorry, no, I had 4 Malice and 1 RB Sky Striker, I think. Yeah, I went over my matches.
Wait, what the fuck? He played against 5... Wait, 1 second.
So Swiss, I had like 5 Draco Tail, 5 Malice, and 5 Lunalights.
He said 1 RB, so 5 Draco Tail, 5 Lunalight, 4 Malice, and 1 RB. If that's actually what he played against, that is actually crazy. That is fucking crazy. What the fuck? Yo!
Sorry, no, I had 4 Malice and 1 RB Sky
That's
Striker,
crazy. That is crazy representation.
Yeah. I went over my matches, like, even if 5 Lunalights sounds crazy, like it was for me as well.
And that's crazy. I'm sitting here being like, bro, look, don't play... Your chance of playing against Lunalight is like, you're 0 to 1 of it, and this guy's like, yeah, a third of my... I played against 5 Lunalight.
But I think I misplayed in 2 of them, because one of them let me go first, and I didn't set the Purge I had in hand. But like, if he Lightning Storm does start with like an out for MST Negate, I will lose anyways, and this cost me the game in the end. Also against the Fire... Oh, I played one more Fire King, sorry. Against Fire King, I made like a rookie mistake, because I went first, uninterrupted. I had like full board, full setup. I was pretty good in the match, and he normal summoned, I don't know, what is it called, Ponix, I think. And I used my droplet on it just to make him scoop faster, which ended up losing me the game. I think not performing as well was like 100% on me, even though my matchups were like crazy. I think I could have done way better. First of all, in terms of deck building, shoutouts here to Gabriel, Susi, and Tom Mansell and Nico Schlierkamp, who helped me a lot. I talked with Tom and Nico like the whole week before the event, and I met up with Gabe like on Friday, and his take on this deck was like very close to mine, and it was insane theorizing it like last second with him. The next thing was like against I Love Beer, like I went second, I MST'd his Tiger, so he got a monster to came in next turn.
I Love Beer the GOAT.
Like, I think I could have played this one better as well, and also I bricked like way too much. So in the stack list I will show you in a minute, we decided to play more non-engine, because we were like, if we see engine we go to win mostly, but we cut it out like extra starters, because we were thinking like, if we don't see non-engine go second, we lose anyways. So I don't know if this take was correct. Like, if I see
no glaze, he said he worked in it with Gabriel Susi. No glaze. Gabriel is probably like, out of the players I've talked to, he is the player who I've talked to and they've like impressed me like the most with like their knowledge on the game. I haven't really seen him play like that much, so I can't really talk about technical play, but like knowledge wise and theory wise, I think he's like at like the top. Does that mean I agree with him on everything? No, it does not.
All the top cut lists right now, I think our take on the deck was like very close to them.
And from what I heard, I probably will not agree with his take on Radiant Typhoon.
That's correct. Like, if I see all the top cut lists right now, I think our take on the deck was like very close to them. So maybe it was just unlucky, but I'm not fine with calling like an X5 performance like unlucky, because I think like it's always on you and variance is like very small in this game. But I will just show you the deck. So first of all, we played 3 Corsair, best card in the deck. Triple Eldon, triple
Corsair is the best card in the deck. Some people were siding or trying to side multiple Corsair, or just siding like Corsair as a going second card against like Radiant and against Pure Mitsu, which unironically is not bad. It's not terrible. Moving forward though, if there's gonna be less Radiant Typhoon, I don't know about that. And do I want the card against Radiant Yummy? Not entirely sure.
But yeah. I don't think there's like much to say about like max consistency.
Okay, we're playing 3 Swen and 3 Eldan. Let's go.
And then we played 1 Mechala. This is crazy because like with Mechala, it's the only card I changed like 1 in the main, 2 in the side, 2 in the main, 1 in the side, 3 in the main. Like till now, I'm not sure what's the correct number on this card, because like this card is crazy. I think I have to figure this out like in the next couple of days or weeks. Then we played 1 Whale. I know it's not a whale, but I call it Whale.
Isn't 28th place Richmond deck is Pure Radiant by Jeremy Glassman? I think so. We can check that though.
And 1 Phoenix. This is also crazy because like there were times I had 2 in the main deck. Also there were times I sided one extra Phoenix go second.
I don't think 2 in the main deck is great. I think Phoenix can be sometimes be crazy to draw, but sometimes cannot be crazy. So it's been inconsistent.
Because this card is like crazy, and even if it feels like a brick, I don't think it's like a hard brick, because this card is the easiest way to clear your opponent's field.
It's not a hard brick. I'll say that.
Then
Well,
I played one Noble Knight Shieldbearer. This is the card I had multiple in the deck before. Like I started with 3, then I went down to 2 because of redundancy. In the end,
I would say I don't like multiple Shieldbearer either, because the problem is also your deck kind of draws cards too. So like there are a lot of diminishing returns. I think the only version multiple Shieldbearer kind of makes sense in is like if you're playing Fiendship cards, which somebody did mention earlier, which I'll talk about in a bit. Because in that version, if you draw like multiple extra LDM, you have like something you can actually convert it into. But
like the last day on Friday, as I talked with Gabe, we cut this card to 1, because we wanted to fit more non-engine in the main deck. And like in theory, I'm fine with it, but against the Fire King guy, I bricked game 2 against 2 of the Lunar Lights. I bricked once, and also the last round against Malice. Like I won the first dice roll or the second dice roll of day 2 in the 15th round, and seeing myself full bricking is like not the best start into like on the bubble for a fake event match. But I'm still fine with 1 Shieldbearer. I think maybe you should think about Pot of Extravagance or Tanky, so I don't play those.
Don't think about Tanky. Think about Extra. Do not think about Tanky. That card is terrible. Also, before this, I was seeing a decent amount of people on Tanky. Not a decent amount, but like some people are like, yeah, man, we play Tanky. I am so glad nobody topped with Tanky. That card is fucking terrible. At least if people we disagree with Extra, sure, whatever. Because I don't even think Shieldbearer is terrible. I think Extra is slightly better. But at least we agree Tanky is not the way.
I decided to main deck Fugalos. This card was like an up and down as well, because there were times I had 0 on my main deck and a side deck, so I didn't play this card at all. But
I think not
we figured out in
crazy.
The end of the day, there's like it's like such an open format with all the Malice, Yami, Mitsurugi cards, like all of the decks that are around, that this card is like the best go second card to increase your win rate. So we all ended up, I think, main decking Fugalos, and I'm pretty fine with this.
Yes, sir.
Next, we play Trishina. I bricked on this card like too much, like more as I should have bricked on it, but I still think this is like the best card. Like if you go first and you draw into Shina, like I don't think I lost a single game where Resolve Shina go first when it was in my hand and I could play, and also go second. Like this
card is
one
really good
makes the
yeah.
mirror match, and also
but you can play Shina, it's like absolutely custom.
Very easy. Like if you know how to play this card, it's like enjoyable with it.
It's enjoyable.
So for the spells, sorry, give me a second. I didn't sort it as I wanted to. Of course, the brick spell, the draw spell. Sorry. Of course, free of this one. I like this one, like, nothing to explain about, but, like, I saw a bunch of players playing those cards wrong. Like, if you go second, all of them are using them still in draw phase. Like, if I go second and my opponent has draw, I lose, like, most likely every time. So, sometimes I just started with searching MST, sometimes I just played with my monster into the board. Like, it's very hand affordable. So, I think those cards are needed. Then, I ended up with only one.
I mean, I'd hope Chant...
what is it called? Ascendance. I still call it
I hope Chant and Vision needed shit.
Also, in testing, like, the week before the event, I played a 3v3. I had 2 of this in the main deck and also Manifestation. This is, like, the only kind of regret I have after the event, to not increase the quick spells in your deck. Like, I think one more of this and also Manifestation is like mandatory in my opinion.
I don't know about
mandatory. And then, of course, triple MST, because MST negates. Like, that's all for the engine. I ended up with a pretty basic list, I think, but I wasn't confident with all of the other stuff as tested.
I don't think that's true. I think going second against the decks that Magnemite is good against, like, going second against some decks, Magnemite is just better than Sheena, because, like, you're not, like, I don't think Magnemite's good in the main deck, I will say. I don't think Magnemite's good in the main deck. Going first, Magnemite is worse than Sheena. I agree about that. Going first, I don't want Magnemite, but I think in the side, Magnemite is really good, because it's better than Sheena, because it's Sheena, but you also get the Magnemite resolving. Obviously, again, you don't want Magnemite against every deck, so, like, in the side deck, but yeah.
Like, so I just played what I felt the most confident with.
I mean, he also said Tanky is an option.
I played Propoli. For me, still the best card, because, like, we ended up playing these Amino package, which I don't think it's needed at all, but I think the Super Propoli is, like, next to Fugalos, the card that increases your go second win rate, like, the most, so we ended up playing it with triple droplet, and this was something I figured out really, really at the beginning of the testing sessions. I only wanted double Fallen the Virtues, because I think this card is, like, still crazy good, but most of the times I just want a card to dodge with, and I rather dodge with MST than with this. Also, if I see every other card in the deck double, I think I'm better positioned if I see double of this, because I can research it, shuffle it back, search it again. It's like I never miss something of it. Then we ended up playing, of course, Gold Buy and one talent. The theory behind talent is that if we can play in all...
I think Magnemite's I'm fighting it against Dragotail also. It also doubles as an out to some people if someone's on, like, Invader Lock as well in the deck. Also, Yummy is, like, also, like, a relatively expected deck too. more than the mirror match at this point as well, based on like the events and moving forward.
Opponent hand traps us. We can decide like if we want to look in your opponent's hand or.
I mean, I would for sure like also like looking at the list, more and more people are starting to play more hand traps than decks, so.
Or just kill with taking a monster, and
they realize that hand traps are good.
They
realize hand traps are good, which is kind of how it starts. It's like how every format starts, right? It's like people are like they're discussing whether or not they want to play hand traps or breakers or like what more engine, and then as the format goes on, people are like, you know what, hand traps are pretty good. We should play hand traps in our deck. I mean, hand traps are good.
But somehow every time I had talents in my hand, my opponent just impermed me and I passed afterwards. So I don't know. I think this at least should be like one pot of extravagance or maybe the second shield bearer, and then I just played like D1 and mate.
So I don't like tactics.
This was
side deck, okay.
Pretty standardish. I think the only crazy thing that I played is like on Friday we decided to play Nip over Lava Golem because I said like how many Lunar Lights will I face? It will be like 1 maximum 2.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna face 1 maximum 2. Unless you're really like 1 Lunar Light max. Unless you're Philip, you're gonna play against 5, which is super fucking unlucky. And I know he was sick. I'd be sick too. It's extremely unlucky, but I mean, he's like the one guy who's played against like that many Lunar Light for sure.
So we decided to play Nip over Lava Golem, and yeah, this didn't age well, but I was pretty fine with Nibiru anyways because like it's good against the most deck. I wanted it against Yummy, I wanted it against Malice.
Yeah,
also,
wasn't bad.
Like, in game 1 I watch like if I play Mitsu cards, I watch how my opponent plays the combo. Like if he crashes the Nip, I will set those in anyways. Then we sided 3 Ash. I think this card is main deckable as well, but I don't want it in the mirror match go second. Also, I don't.
That is true. You do not want in the mirror match going second. I will say that. That is factual.
I don't think this card does.
I sided out in the mirror going second 100% of the time.
Too much go second if you don't play against Draco Tail. So we decided to side deck it. Then the MVP, Birch. Like
Birch
I think those, you draw a bunch of cards. Like I didn't need to like go first cards against most of the decks. So those were like mostly my go first cards. And then we played D for sure just because like we wanted to have like the free win button. And of course Corulia, nothing to say about this as well.
Corulia. Pretty standard side deck. We'll see the extra
deck.
So
for the extra deck, of course Doom Eagle, Double Baroon, SP. I think SP is needed in this deck. Like most of the times when I started Crusade on my opponent's turn, I went to SP just for just to dodge stuff or like banish something. Like I really like this card. 1 win. This card is crazy. You can argue to play 2 because in most of the matchups I didn't even want to reborn. I just wanted to build the win to crash and search like Crucia or whatever piece was missing. Great Fly, this in theory helps you to alt towers like Lygodern sort of stuff. I think I just did it like twice or something. Then 2 of the rank 3s. At the beginning of the testing, I started with this in like every end board of mine, but the closer the event came, the more we respected Nip, and I don't think that I passed on this like once the whole tournament, because I always were like, okay, I'm playing around Nip, and I wanted Varuron over this one on the end board, and I feel like it's pretty good. Same with this, I also only build it when I need to play around 5 mana or Nip, so this came up mostly go second against Draco Tail. And then for the Fallen Virtuous targets, so I only played 1 of this and 1 of this. The most of the time I tested with 2, and this is like the next thing I regret, because even if you've only played 2 Fallen Virtuous, I think if you play multiple of this to just reset it, and you being able to shuffle back Fallen Virtuous with this one, I think the second one is needed, even though I didn't miss it like that much, but there were scenarios where I just wanted to have like multiple of this in the extra deck. And then the Super Poly targets, Garura, Muddragon, Secretarian, Saint Asaminia, and Yazulva. So I only summoned both of them once. I don't think those are needed. I OTK'd once with this, and the second effect of Ilya Silva. This is pretty crazy. The next time I OTK'd with making Saint Asaminia, got this one, and then I summoned this one with the second Super Poly I had in hand. And after the second one, I triggered the Microsia, so this was pretty niche as well. So that's it for the deck. I still think that this deck was very solid. It was just like, I don't call it unlucky. I think it was like, the preparation wasn't perfect. Also, my gameplay wasn't on point like as it was the YCS before. I think it's just like a good sign that you see after the event, you go over your matches in your head, you see what kind of mistakes you did. Also, you see the struggles of the deck building and like how much games you break, or in which scenarios you only had like 1 starter and lost to like 1 normal hand trap. I think that's a good sign to go into it. Also, like I heard a lot of people calling this format like the worst in like the last few months. I don't think so, because I think the Draco Tail deck is like very fair. Also, I think this one is like counterable very easily, and I think technical play and deck building and understanding of the format is like very, very high.
Yeah, I mean, this is chill. I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. But give him a subscribe, give him a sub. All comments are in German. Okay. Hey, give him a sub. But yeah, so something else I want to do. This is GG Jibrills. I'm not gonna cap. We're not watching Jib's video. I was going to, but this shit is 20 minutes long. I'm not watching a 20-minute long video in here. This is Jib's list. I didn't agree with him at all for the event. He's another Extrav hater. His list is mostly standard mostly pretty standard. He chose to play Droll. The only thing I did talk to Jibril with was about Lava Golem. I told him not to play that dog shit card. But yeah, I'm glad he did not. Oh, I don't like the tactics in the main. I will say that. I don't like the tactics in the main deck. So yeah, this is Kamal's list. First place, Radiant Yummy, which is not pure Radiant, but I'm like, screw it. We'll still look at the video.
The regular as
YCS champion Kamal Crooks.
Yummy OTK.
Which, by the way, he also has like him and Hani did like a Yummy Tri-Brigade spreadsheet. Yummy Tri-Brigade Radiant spreadsheet. But yeah, let's look at that.
There's something 5 guys. You recording me?
What's going on, everybody? Solo games here with.
Okay, you got Ruben, Hani, Kamal, Charlie, and the GOAT, the Overlord.
300th Richmond YCS champion, Mr. Kamal. Give me that shit, Crooks.
Is that his nickname? Kamal, give me that shit, Crooks. I haven't watched his profile yet, by the way.
No.
I've been playing too much like League and Overwatch.
Been doing this all weekend.
Oh, this is what's his name? Fuck, he played. I forget. Paul Cooper. Also, the sound is like fucking me. It's like fucking me.
And Hani. Definitely the two built really got with working with the deck, going more in depth with the deck, looking at the format, how to make this deck better, and we pretty much found the best deck.
Okay.
Sure if you're wrong, by the way.
Hey, yo, people did say that Tri-Brigade Yummy.
I will say Triff was on this deck before. You know, Triff might be the GOAT. You know, Triff was on this deck. He put people on Yummy Mitsu. He been on, which, I mean, obviously some people were on Yummy Mitsu before, and technically this deck did see a little bit of play in like the OCG, I will say that. But obviously Triff is the one who like really popularized these decks. So
it is the worst option out of all variations. And you are the only person to stop Vanquisol from going 3 times in one event.
Now beat me in the finals. Twice now. Put the ring down.
Yeah. All right, well, we gotta go to the cards because the audio is like low-key fucked up. 1 second.
Off radio.
Oh my god, this quality is fucking dog shit. What the hell? This is 1080p too.
These cards sit here and give you way too much.
Sorry for the bad quality. Oh my god.
And we played a pretty big engine of it, along with 2 MSCs and not 1, and not 3 because I'm not trying to play 3, and it's not really focused on that. But these were broken all weekend.
So I think honestly, that is true. It's better that people don't play Nib. I think the way to look at this deck is that it's not a Radiant Typhoon deck. It's a Yummy deck with a Radiant Typhoon engine. And I think when you look at it like that, it's like a Yummy deck, and then these cards function as both starters, and they're also like non-engine at the same time. So it's super, super flexible in that regard.
Any thoughts?
This card is just crazy when you open it because it turns your initial starter into searching up a negate without playing into Azuna, without normal summoning, and you get to cycle for 3 cards. So this is like the best starter in the deck by far.
Chant?
Yeah, Chant. And it just lets you choose which way you can like play because of the bridges we play in the extra deck. You can just decide how you want to build your end field depending on which cards you draw. Because sometimes you gotta shoot for the Tri-Brigade cards, sometimes you gotta get your Yummy cards out of the deck, so it really messes
potentially.
You just keep on trading to your opponent's cards with these, and they just trade really well. And MST is just a good card in 2026.
Somehow.
Crazy.
MST is a Yu-Gi-Oh card right
So
now.
then summon your bombs. Any one of these are bombs.
Cupsy's a bomb.
To be honest, just the standard 8 don't need anymore because these 3 are the best and these 1 are kind of mid, but they all get the job done. 1 surprise and 1 mignon.
I'm gonna ask. No, Croaky?
You'll see, man. Like, the video's not done.
Oh, my bad.
The amount of people that would hand trap my Radiant cards, and then I'd summon a Cupsy and be like, oh, and then scoop was ridiculous. And I imagine the same thing happened to Cole.
Infinite time. they're like, I can't, like, he's keep on going. Going. By top 8 feature, when he was done after game 2, he's like...
That is an advantage of the deck. At least if people don't know what your deck you're on and you start with a radiant card, they're going to stop that, obviously. And then if you do happen to be on this version, it's really good for you.
Your turn took a whole page.
Oh.
Yeah, like a bunch of my opponents kept asking me for the deck list after too. They're just like, that deck looks so fun.
And then the cards that allow us to kill our opponent, it makes the game unfair.
Correcting like this really changed a lot because you've played this the Tri Brigade since COVID. You won with Tri Brigade Lyralist, so you already know the powerful of Tri Brigade cards, and I'm assuming Spriggan's Kit was the correct piece to just put the deck back, or put the archetype back on the map with the current addition of all the Tri-Beast names of Yummy and Radiant Typhoon.
Yeah, this card's crazy. Reborns, it's a light beast.
Yeah, why is it a light beast? Like, did they print it to be Yummy?
Yeah.
And it special summons itself. It's like, it's broken.
It is a light beast, that's true.
This and with Mauser, breaks the deck. Just breaks the deck.
And it's just being, it's an extender.
And then for our non-engine, we didn't play that many in this version, but like hand traps, I should say, but just the standards, the 3 droplets and call by.
I feel like the non-engine is pretty small, and but I guess it's another thing, like the Radiant Typhoon cards are not just engine, they're non-engine. I still feel like maybe going second against, I don't know, this is a little tough. I know Josh pointed this out, but looking at Mario D'Amico's non-engine main deck and side deck, it's the same that Kamal won the matchup in the finals. I mean, yeah. Like, yeah.
These were all broken. I didn't need any other hand traps. I was tested with other ones, like Veiler and Imperm, and sometimes I felt like I was hand looping myself. And
that's the thing with Veiler and Imperm, you need to play a lot, but if you're only playing that few non-engines, they're not that great, because honestly, these hand traps, Bell's low-key, like, a board breaker, like, half the time card, not a hand trap card.
These were all broken. I didn't need any other hand traps. And these didn't feel that way, so.
Okay. So that's 41 cards?
41.
Couldn't find a way to make it 40?
No, mandate needed to be in the deck.
Yeah.
That was it. 41 was the number.
For the extra deck, one of you synchro, one snatchy, you don't need any more, it doesn't matter if it's at one.
You don't need any more. Konami said you could only have one.
Oh, we got 2 free extra deck slots now. It's great.
We appreciate y'all. Link Karibo, because you get it every turn. Armorage. This.
The bobblehead.
This right here is with the stones.
It's the key.
Great addition. Yes. Change the deck.
Come on, bro.
SP, Sprint.
And also change the deck.
Yeah.
Feels like K-Man Christian in disguise.
I don't know.
Kamal did win with K-Man Christian, right?
And then one of each Tri Brigade. No, Ancient
Warriors is basically a Tri Brigade.
And then Totem Bird. That shit looks crazy. They say you don't put up any negates.
So we just put them all up. You literally can't change a single
Oh my god, you can put up infinite negates.
Everything comes up.
But I missed my final, so I can't really prove that. But my top 4 match changed that.
Yeah.
Side deck, Trinib, and then I decided addition of more Radiant monsters. These 2 are really good. This one was like mid for me.
I talked to Hani a couple days ago. He said he wasn't sure if you needed the these 3 in the side deck.
Monsters. These 2 are really good. This one was like mid for me.
I think for sure. I don't think you need Phonics in the side, but
2 Lightning Storm, Duster.
Depending.
This was nuts. Talents, cross out, Strokey.
Hey.
And then try to get off.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
So how often did you use the on-field effect versus the grave effect?
I used the on-field effect twice. I used the in-grave effect 3 times.
All right, so not a lot of people know Tri Brigade Oath. Just give us a rundown of what it does and how impactful or key of a card it is in the deck.
Well, everybody tries to use like Virtuous to let their Rahu resolve to try to beat the trap mandate, and then this is if you have 3 Wing Beasts, a Beast Warrior, and a Beast, you can banish it to negate a face-up spell or trap.
Okay.
And then the other thing you even want to use, when you activate it, you target a Link monster, and you summon a Tri-Beast to the zone. It comes up.
And that's pretty much his profile. So we go to the Radiant. Let me see. We go to Richmond. Let me close some tabs here. I mean, yeah, so Kamal's list, we're looking at it at the Radiant Typhoon stream, but realistically speaking, it really is like it's a yummy deck. It's a yummy deck, but instead of playing like Puri Res Map or Soulful Chord, you're playing like these cards, which get you to Yummy Engine, but just in a slightly different way. And the advantage is that, like I said, they're engine, but they're also non-engine cards, and they give you access to, like, mandates. So you have like Omni Negates when you go first for board breaker type cards, and it's like pseudo engine as well. So the rate, yeah, I mean, yeah, I would look at this deck like a Yummy deck, not like a Radiant Typhoon deck. Just playing a Radiant Typhoon engine in the deck. But yeah, that was pretty chill. There's some other videos I prepped, but I don't really think you need to watch all of them. Like, this is like, let me see, to Makala. Yeah, I'm just looking at random stuff, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's chill. Yeah, that's mainly that. To be honest, mainly it squad for the videos I want to go over today. We'll see how the deck evolves in the future. I will say that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We have like in a, like a standstill. We don't really have that much. I will say there's one card that like comes out soonish, right? Oh, ignore this dark word list. There's Camilla that comes out. Which, oh my god, did I spell the card wrong? There is Skystriker Ace Camellia, which is a card that might make the Radiant Yummy deck better. I don't know, it's weird. Or might make some bridges for Yummy in general better. That'll be interesting to see. But we don't really have much coming out in the next couple months, right? Or in the next 2 months, really. It's just Camellia. It is Dark Magician of Destruction, which is technically already out. And then, so in the set, in the Legendary Modern deck set that comes out in like 3 weeks, we get Camellia. We get the X-Saber support, which is dog shit. And then we get Mitsu cards. There is a chance, like reprints. There's a chance they import this guy for Mitsu. There is a chance. I will say this card did get slightly worse because we have less Habakiri, so we have less names to use with it. But this card is still very, very good in the deck, and you would play it. You might not play 3 copies, but you would for sure play it in the deck. But yeah, anywho, that is it for today's stream. I can't stream too long, or else I don't know. I'm probably gonna play like Overwatch now or something like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was pretty a chill stream. But yeah, also when we get close to like Blazing Dominion, like probably like in April, I'll probably start, or maybe end of March or April. You know how like before sets come out, people start playing DB unrated with the new set. I'll probably start streaming myself playing like with the new decks like from Blazing Dominion. I think Crown is solid for sure. It's definitely an option. I'm not 100% sure what I think the best option is, but I don't think Crown is terrible. For the side deck, I don't think I would main it, but for the side deck, I don't think it's terrible. But yeah, like I was saying, once we get closer to Blazing Dominion, I'm gonna start streaming myself testing some of the decks, just because I think like not only having the YouTube videos as like my theory behind it, but also seeing like the decks in action would be very helpful as well. You see here, I have a lot of Blazing Dominion decks. I don't know if you can see my I don't know if you can see my decks. I guess you can't see my decks. But yeah. Is there a way I could send you a list to review quick? Sure. Post the DB download link in the chat. But do that like in the next like 30 seconds or something like that. But yeah. This, you got Finito. Doomsy. Oh, pile. This like dog shit. I'm pretty sure building it like this is terrible. I just copy like an OC list, but it's pretty sure it's terrible. Cool too. But yeah. Post if you want me to look at your list, post it real quick. Mr. DW7399. And yeah. Running out of time, bruh. Running out of time. Da 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 da. Working on a link right now. Oh, we gotta hurry up, bruh. Gotta hurry up. I'm tired. A little bit, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they got some interesting decks in Blazing Dominion. I'm not sure if there's anything crazy though. Not sure if there's anything crazy. Let me look at a test handle for deck real quick. 1 second. Let's see if we draw it. Okay, no. I mean, obviously you can tell what deck this is already, but okay, type shit. No, I'm trying to draw the card. Yes, sir. We did draw this card. We do something else. It's cool. It's not. Just give me 1 sec. Okay. You need a couple more seconds. Couple more seconds. Couple more seconds. Vanquish Soul. Imperm Fua. Did he Ash? He did Ash the Fua. I wonder if he shotgun the Fua. Oh, 2-6. Damn, they're playing a lot. But yeah. See, anyone playing with the Power Patron stuff? Let me see. Power Patron. Okay. I know this is old. Is it like that? Is it like what? How do I do it? I mean, just post the link. Like, you just go to, like, your DB, you click Export Deck, download link, and then it'll open a link, and then you can just post that in the chat. It's a URL. With no ban list before Dominion, do you think the Fizralis deck Skeleton Elf will see much success over here? No, I do not. So, Harmonia, so this card is not bad, right? But I think the card is also very overrated. At the end of the day, Harmonia is Ghost Ogre on a body. It's just Ghost Ogre on a body. So because of that, I don't think the card, like, I mean, it's Ghost Ogre on a body, and the 25 body is really good, as we've learned with Bestials. And then it's a dragon, so you get to yourself Magnemut. But if you go through, when you're playing against Radiant, when you're playing against Dracotel, you can actually, like, so, like, in theory, right, you can pop a monster, you can send a Synchros, like something like Malong, or you can send the pack bit, right, or you can send Omega. The issue is that you actually are not able to get value, like, when you'd want to use, like, Harmonia off this, which is not very good. So it's mainly Ghost Ogre in the body, low key. The card's pretty good, but I think in the main deck in the OCG, where the card is oppressive, is this deck, is Mitsurugi, which, because you can send Herald of the Arclight. But we don't have that. So I think in Cool Tune and Elf Note, these cards are not bad, but they're not insane, not insane. So keep that in mind. Cards, I think it's not the best hand trap in Blazing Dominion, by the way. Dominus Spark is the best hand trap in Blazing Dominion, in my opinion. This card is actually crazy. But yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Mr. 7399. If you want me to look at your list, at this point, so on my YouTube, I had like a post, right, where I posted that I was gonna stream. Like, go to the community tab, post tab on my channel, and then in the post where I said I was gonna stream, just post your deck link, and I'll look at it there. But yeah, anywho, that's it for today's stream. Hope you all have a wonderful day.